Google represents the millions of microcapsules that are within every display. And that's the scale that they're on. E-ink represents one microcapsule. So I'm going to try to keep you entertained and interested, even though we're talking about a much smaller scale here. So E-ink's challenge, so I'm trying to get the, oh, here we go. It's not moving on this screen. All right. So we were in Cambridge. That's where the company was founded in 1997. We were outgrowing. We launched the Amazon Kindle in 2007, and the company just exploded. 300% growth for about 5 years. We had a challenge of finding space, and we had probably anywhere between 20 and 40 employees where this was their first job. They did not own cars. We were able to draw the talent from the education, the institutions around the Cambridge area. Tom talked about every company needs a champion. Well, that ended up to be me. So I took on the challenge of, you know, it wasn't about losing just one PhD or one chemist or one physicist. It was about losing even the people that are on the direct line. I took on the challenge. I did not want to lose one employee because we were moving out of the Cambridge area. People took bikes to work, people walked to work, people had access to the buses that dropped us off right in front of Tom's building. People took the shuttles to Alewife. We were only a mile from there. They got there either walking or a colleague picked them up. I was going to lose, we did a survey, I was going to lose 25 to 30 employees. The fact that we had to make a decision. I estimated about $120,000 to $150,000 investment. I was going to start a program for our employees for 1 year. I figured it would be something very small. If you look at the opportunity cost of losing these people, 150 grand's nothing. So it was very easy, and I prepared the budget, so I was able to get that budget approved pretty quickly. So looking at our challenge, and not, again, the goal is not to lose one person. So at the time we were moving was the same time the Middlesex 3 Coalition was being formed. Working with Stephanie and John Curran and Billerica, I actually sat on the panel when that coalition kicked off 3 years ago. And one of the things I talked about was why are we, you know, what's the challenge? How are we going to overcome this transportation issue? And I talked about collaboration and partnerships between tenants and landlords or property owners. Tom mentioned Gutierrez Company. That's who owns our building that we're currently in now. Collaboration amongst not competitors, collaboration efforts amongst property owners, amongst real estate agents. How do we bring economic development to certain regions? Hence the Middlesex 3 Coalition, formed to bring economic awareness to the Middlesex 3 area between Burlington, Mass. And Nashua, New Hampshire. And it's fascinating, you know, the more events that I attend. I learned last week that Red Hat has a bus or some system that runs from Alewife to Westford. We are 1 mile off of Route 3, and that bus passes us every day. So why can't companies like this? How do we grow this program? It's getting connections, making connections like that. Why can't we work together? I don't understand, you know, there's TMAs and there's others that why, you know, well, we can't, we're not part of that group, so we can't do well. I come from the perspective of, well, how do we overcome that challenge? Let's work together. Implementing a shuttle program for my employees was just a short-term solution. How do you build a sustainable network where I can, you know, employees are going to come on and come off, but I can't fund 150, 200 grand a year to keep this program. So, but I made that investment, and as we got traction, it was the coalition that started, and so we partnered with Michelle and Cindy from Transaction Associates. So we partnered with them to form this program to get our employees from JFK, UMass, the North End area, and from the Davis, Alewife area. That's where a large population of our employees commuted from. So, working a partnership with a transportation agency kind of kicked off this program, and as it gained traction through the legwork of Transaction, through the legwork of the economic development officials in the town of Billerica, started to gain momentum. Started to, hey, some other companies within Technology Park might be interested. Other companies between Burlington and Billerica along the Middlesex Turnpike might be interested. Now we've got 3, 4, 5 companies that are interested. Now you're building a sustainable program.